It was the height of summer, and the air was thick and suffocating. The four of us, me, Akwan, Adi, and Abang, loaded up the hiking gear, making our way into the deep mountains of Guguan. This place was a forbidden zone for hikers. There were no official trails, and no one really knew what lay hiding within the mountains. According to Grandpa's map, the tunnel entrance was somewhere in a forgotten corner of the wilderness. What if this old fake? Aquan grumbled with sweat from his forehead. Japanese military tunnel, 70 years old. We really think it is still intact. Even if we don't find the tunnel, at least we can say we made it out here. Adi laughed. Who knows? We might even find some buried treasure in these mountains. Only Abram remained silent. His expression was strange, like he was listening to something. During the Japanese colonial period, the Japanese were busy with various military constructions in Taiwan. They weren't just building railways and digging tunnels. They were secretly working on a top secret project condemned Project Black Dragon. Project Black Dragon. I frowned. That sounds like some evil organization from the enemy. Grandpa waved his hand dismissively. This wasn't some enemy. This was a real military secret. Do you know what would have happened if someone found out back then?
What would happen? Your entire family would disappear, gone without a trace. Even your great-grandfather's ancestors' label would be removed. Grandpa pointed at a net row of ancestor tabled in the living room. Even the Japanese feared this tunnel being exposed because when it was complete, Taiwan's trade value would increase 100-fold. Supply between the east and west coast could be transferred in just 1 hour. I swallowed hard. This was starting to get interesting. The entrance to the tunnel is near control. The Japanese choose a place no one would suspect as cover. A Guban hot spring. A hot spring as cover. I frowned. Wouldn't that make the tunnel really hot? Grandpa showed me to clear. That's not the point. The Japanese military dug this tunnel deep into the central mountain range, connecting Guban directly to Oracle in Hualien. It was about 110 kilometers long, cutting through solid rock. With the most advanced technology of the time, they still managed to carve out the direct passage.
Wait, a project this massive. How did no one ever find out? Oh, people found out. Grandpa let out a cold chuckle. But those who did disappeared. After 3 years of grueling work, the Japanese had finally completely most of the tunnel. It was said that several test trains had already run through it, and the fastest journey from Taichung to Hualien took only 1 hour. But just then, the Pacific War reached its peak, and as U.S. forces intensified their bombings of Taiwan, Japan shifted its strategic priorities. As a result, the tunnel project was abruptly halted. Why didn't they keep using it if it was so valuable? I asked. Because on June 22, 1944, the Japanese military received intelligence that the Americans might have discovered the tunnel. Grandpa applauded. his eyes growing deep and unreadable. They feared the tunnel would fall into American hands, so they decided to seal it off. How did they do it? Simple and brutal. Grandpa made a gesture of an explosion. The Japanese blew up several key solutions, blowing the tunnels forever. I drew in a short breath, picturing the scene in my mind. A tunnel that could have transformed Taiwan's strategic position, only to be destroyed by its own creators. Now, brewed beneath the central mountain range, it had become nothing more than a ghost tunnel, forever inaccessible. March 19, 1971, the hunters' discovery. But was the tunnel really sealed off completely? Grandpa narrowed his eye, a mischievous smile creeping into his lips. Not exactly. In 1971, a hunter named Zong was out hunting near Hewan-san when he stumbled upon a stone gate, overgrown with vines. He had only been looking for shelter from the rain, but by chance he noticed a row of Japanese characters carved into the stone. Army 9th Command, Restrict Area. Zong, that guy. His guts were bigger than his brain. He wasn't afraid of anything. Grandpa chuckled. He pushed open the stone gate and found himself standing before a long, dark tunnel. The ground was lined with old, rusting railway tracks. He hopped in onto his 125cc Wild Wolf motorbike and rode forward for about an hour. And guess what happened?
What happened? I held my breath.